Alright guys, I'm going to try and make a quick video. Actually going to make two videos, one kind of explaining the site, what we're trying to do, and then I'll make a second one with the database spreadsheet. And that's kind of the coolest part and what you can do with that and why I and some others think this could be exciting. So we're on logyourhunt.weebly.com. This is the homepage. And right now it's set up as a blog. The most recent will be on top. I was going to say pertinent, but it might not be the most pertinent. The most recent is always going to be on top. Feel free to read through any of this. The first one kind of ask some questions, but address some concerns and whatnot, and go from there. If you do have any questions or concerns, there's an email link. There should be a Facebook link right there, which we just set the Facebook page up last night, which is just Log Your Hunt on Facebook. Contact page also has all that stuff on there. And if you read through any of these or watch these videos and have a question that you think I should have addressed, it would be great if you just put it in the comment section on here. You can do it on Facebook too, but if you put it on here under what the question actually is, when I address it, everybody will be able to see it. Because if you have a question, somebody else might be asking the same question. Just to go over some of these pages down here, we got contact, about, calendar. It's just a Google calendar I have for myself that has the most recent hunting dates, and it's just for Anderson County. Weather has some data on there that I like to. It's kind of set up how I like it, but everybody has that on their phone for the most part. And then the two important pages are the hunt submission and past hunt data, which I already have open up here. So we're going to go to hunt submission. Sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm trying not to waste your time, and this recorder will only record for 10 minutes. So what we're trying to do, if you're getting here and you're not 100% sure what's even going on, is just kind of a free place, free for me to host and free for everybody to use, for people to log their hunting data, in the hopes that the more people are getting at least a core group of people together, and creating a database, you'll be able to draw correlations, whether it's from weather data or time of day or date or moon phase or whatever you're into. The more people you're doing it, the more data you're going to get, and hopefully draw correlations faster. I've personally said I was going to log all my hunts for years now, and I've just never actually done it. Hopes being on a website makes it easy. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from the stand right before you get out, right when you get back to camp or get back home, or do it on Monday morning when you're dreading being at work and just thinking about how much fun you had of that weekend. You can do it there, and you can just come straight to this hunt submission page, fill these out, which I'll go over, and then just hit submit, and you're pretty much done. The only real concern or question we've had is kind of about privacy, whether you're worried about poachers or you're hunting public land or you're just a private person. I think it's pretty easy to solve. I'll kind of go over that for name. Feel free to put your first and last name, put a nickname, put a number if you want. Just remember what you're putting and try and put it the exact same. If you capitalize something one time and you don't the next time, I should notice. But if you do it different all the time, the only thing you're really going to hurt is yourself. We'll jump over the spreadsheet for a second. I'm going to make a video going over this in more detail. The first block is going to be zip code, and then date. Everything else, your name, location, stand. If you put a number, a nickname, anything in here, nobody's going to know what this is. Everybody's going to focus on the location, the date, probably what you saw or killed, and then the weather. So this is really just for you. So it really just kind of behooves you to make something usable and then remember what you're doing, and make it as secret as you want, if you're worried about that. Date, time, duration of hunt, please put the correct date, for obvious reasons, the weather and everything else. Time, you can just put, if you just want to put morning hunt, evening hunt, midday, if you want to put sunrise to 10 a.m., if you want to type in what sunrise was and save me the time, that's fine. 10 to 2 on a midday hunt, or 3 to sunset, or whatever it was. That's fine too. Zip code, location, and stand. Please put the correct zip code again for this weather. Location, again, it's going to be way over here. Some of you probably know what some of these stand for, and some of you won't, but it's really going to be just for you. I don't really care where everybody else is hunting. I'm going to be focused on kind of the overall location, the zip code, and the weather and whatnot. So again, use a nickname or a number. As long as if you put your name, is going to come first. So if you've got 3 places, you would location 1, location 2, location 3, and then stand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one, and then you've got 2 stands on the next one. Whatever you want to put is fine. as long as you remember it, you use the same thing. And then if your buddies are hunting the same place, same stand, it would behoove you for them to use the same thing. We've got rutting activity on here. Not a real long period of the hunting season, but something everybody likes to pay attention to. We actually only get 5 blocks on this free website, so if there's a better use of this, and you want to let me know, that's fine too. Then sightings, kills, movements, be as detailed as you want. What I would ask is just say how many does, how many bucks, and that's all you really have to do. I'll total it out, I'll separate it, and you'll kind of see that on the spreadsheet. But then be as detailed as you want. If you saw all of them in the first 30 minutes, hell, I'd put that on there, and it'll go in your notes, and you'll be able to look at it in the future. If you want to, some people get real detailed with their logs and put, oh, I saw my first doe at this time, my second doe at this time, then a buck at this time. Be as detailed as you want or not. Duck hunting, it's pretty much the same thing for the most part. We've got a number of hunters. It's kind of self-explanatory. I'd only expect one out of a group to come on and log their hunt. So put, hey, 5 of us hunted, and in the comments say we killed 14 ducks. I would love it if you put, 14 mallards or 4 mallards, this many teal, this many pintails, this many spoonbills. If you're out there slaying coots like me, you could put that on there. You can break it down to hens and drakes if you want. Be as detailed as you want. And the only other thing on here, we have had some interest in hog hunting. Right now, just submit it through the deer. I'll get it in a separate database, and we'll kind of go from there. The last page is going to be the past hunt data. Right now on this website, it's showing the spreadsheet, and this is pretty much a fake spreadsheet with the exception of the weather. Everything else is made up as far as the sightings and kills and everything. But it won't let you search it on here. The only solution right now, which is pretty easy, that I have to that is just a button to click. When you click on that button, it's going to open in a separate tab. It's just going to open the spreadsheet. It is online, but it looks like it's just on your computer. It's a Google Sheet, pretty much the same thing as Excel. It's set up where I can change everything, but everybody can search stuff through here. I'm going to make a separate video on that and why we think it's cool, and it's kind of the exciting part about it. But I think keep in mind when you're making up your name, location, and stand and everything, if your zip code's right, your date's right, and you remember your name, your name, location, stand, it can be anything really. As long as you use the same thing. And like I said, if you do upper cases and then you do lower cases, I should notice as long as it's pretty much the same. And some of you know where some of this is. But like I said, this is all fake data. And I think that should be everything. I'm trying not to be too long-winded. I've been known to do that. But if you have any questions or comments, hit me up through email on Facebook, or leave us a comment on here. And that should be about it. And I'll go ahead and post that second video on kind of how to use the spreadsheet and what we think we can do with that. Thanks a lot.